Hey, welcome to the video. Thank you for watching my first video. I want to stay laser focused, but I need to let you guys know that I've been crying. Okay, why am I not in the middle of the frame? You guys, this video, this is not good. I'm starting off really bad because I'm upset. And I probably should have waited, but you guys, I have really, really bad anxiety and depression. And I have a lot of videos I have to do. I'm going to post probably 2 or 3 at the same time. The very first one I posted, I did over a month ago. I have horrible anxiety. And it takes me a long time to go through this. I created the content. I typed it. Look, I can't speak because I'm struggling. And as we go on, okay, so I'm just really getting off to a bad start because I'm discombobulated and I'm upset, and I can't prolong making this video any longer. I was supposed to make this video 3 weeks ago, and I probably got about 5 or 6 more I have to do. But I'm upset because of multiple things. But I'm gonna tell you guys some stuff, and so this is part 2, I think. So let me go ahead and start reading to you guys. And I feel bad, see my eyes have been crying. I'm sorry, but I put off doing this video for about 3 weeks, and I'm dealing with a lot of stress, and I have time constraints, and I've been delayed because of my condition. So let me go on, and I hope I haven't bored you for the first 2 minutes. But thank you for watching the first episode of California Commits Anti-Black Hate Crimes. This ordeal has continued for several years. The abuse and fraud were committed during the heart of COVID, one of the worst pandemics in American history. I'm going to document the harm I experienced as a Black woman in the state of California, hoping we can create legislation to protect Black people. I'm praying we can use this case to create precedents. I never say that right. As a reminder, the original series is I Married a White Guy, now 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. California Commits Anti-Black Hate Crimes will be laser focused on the civil rights violations, the anti-Black culture of California judicial system, and how individuals are a party to the harm against Black people. Even Black people are part of the harm. We will refer to these anti-Black people as the Black overseer or the anti-Black person. You know, I want to have a better attitude when talking to you because I want you to be receptive about what I'm saying. And now I'm real conscious about my appearance because I was crying, but I got to get this done. I want to remind you that I am suffering from anxiety and depression. The depression renders me helpless. I struggle with insomnia, cognitive functions, cognitive functions. So what I'm saying is I struggle with insomnia, which creates cognitive, I don't know what to say, cognitive issues or functions, or I'm so sorry, sometimes the words don't come. This is what's happening to my mind and my brain. And this is why I'm documenting this, because I'm trying to demonstrate to America that this is what happens to Black people in this country. And the poverty and the loss of jobs and the physical harm is impactful. But I think one of the most impactful things is the mental health aspect of it. So I kind of went off script. Okay, so the motivation. So, because this is my second video, and I'm going to document every single thing. And I'm going to try to be laser focused and only discuss the important facts, because I am hoping to help attorneys, legal professionals, legal experts to help me get justice from the wrongs that was done to me by the judicial system. The state of California, multiple court officers, law enforcement agencies, and other state or county agencies are a party to the harm to me. So I struggle with insomnia, cognitive functions. motivation. The motivation is in two parts, the anxiety and depression. The depression causes a lack of motivation. I need to provide a description. It's like I'm tired all the time. Like, I wrote this out, you guys. Like, I'm tired. It's like you're so tired, like you haven't slept in days. Brain fog, lack of mental clarity. Those symptoms make me feel hopeless, so I don't have the activation energy. Then the anxiety. The anxiety is overwhelming. Fear. Like you were really scared. You see how I paused there? I paused because my brain wants to stop. My brain, and I'm studying, I'm listening to a book called The Body Keeps Score. I'm in therapy. I have I'm getting, see, I can't speak because I think it's my brain trying to protect me from the thoughts because it is as danger. So I am under a doctor's care, but I'm not getting better. It's been several years. So let me finish going on. I'm so sorry. Then the anxiety. The anxiety is overwhelming fear. Like you're really scared. God, I want to describe the fear. Maybe like a roller coaster when you are going down. While you're going down, it's just fear. I don't like roller coasters, okay? But I got on roller coasters with my family. And you know how you're going down the whole way you're going down, you're like scared. That is the kind of fear that I am experiencing every single day of my life because of the anti-Black crimes against me. God, I want to describe the fear. I already said that part. Maybe like a roller coaster. While you're going down, just fear fright. But why it's so bad, it's ongoing. I experienced the fear feeling the entire time I'm constructing this content for the video. What's happening, I'm going to tell you. My therapist always asks me, where do I feel it? I feel it in my stomach. And when I know I'm creating cortisol because my belly's getting a little bigger, a little bit. I'm getting some belly. And then sometimes I feel it in my arms. So I experienced fearful feelings the entire time I constructed this content for this video. And you guys, it took me weeks to do this, and it's not going to be that long. It's hard. I spend maybe, and this is me going off script right now, I can spend 10 or 15 minutes at a time, and I'm not sure if it's the fear or the lack of ability to focus, or it's probably a combination. Okay, so let me keep on going because I don't want you to get annoyed with me being all over the place, because that's what happens. You're like, what is she talking about? So you don't watch. So let me go ahead and continue. My brain gets distracted. It goes into fear. It's extremely hard to think about what to say when my stomach is in knots. I said to my son, when will the fear go away? He said, when you face it. I'm trying my best to face it. What drives me the most is knowing that other Black people are being harmed. Sincerely, before this, I was so strong. I put up with this abusive alcoholic for years. I am strong. They're getting away with it so bad because the victims aren't physically able to fight for themselves. What happens to the brain and body renders us helpless. Please follow my journey. Donate to my GoFundMe for legal fees, and share this video with one or two people. Ask them to please share this video. I'm going to begin with the end. If that makes sense. It isn't actually the end, but I want to summarize the harm. I was in a 23-year abusive marriage. It was one of those ups and down marriages. He's an alcoholic. If you know alcoholism, you know there are times that they go to really dark places. He has been spiraling pretty bad after 2014. His father died of cancer. I'm talking about my white abusive alcoholic husband. His parents left him out of the will because of me. He became twice as abusive. He filed for divorce after we got into a dispute over him cheating. He was going to a conference. He came home one day, drunk, told me he was going without me. Put his finger in my face. I suspected he was going to meet his mistress in a conference. You guys, I really want to go off script because I want to tell you what I'm feeling, but the point of this is to stay focused for legal purposes, so I can get justice in the judicial system. Justice is slow, and I realize that, but I just need to be steadfast. I have been a housewife since 2008. Okay, let me go over here. I messed up. He had been, okay, so I lost somewhere. Okay, so he was going to a conference. He came home one day drunk, told me he was going without me. I'm laughing, you guys, because I was outside, and he put his finger in my face. He put his finger in my face. He said, "I'm going somewhere, and you're not going." He put his finger in my face. I remember this really well. I was kind of fed up with him. Losing my place. He was going to a conference. He came home one day, drunk, told me he was going without me. I suspected he was going to meet his mistress at the conference. He filed for divorce on the way to the conference. He abandoned me in 2018. I was left with nothing, no way to support myself. I had been a housewife since 2008 because of a severe back injury. Up until 2016, I could barely walk. I was unable to stand for more than 10 minutes at a time. When he left, I had nothing. And so, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm a hot ass mess, y'all. What I want to do is, I want to go into detail, and that's not going to be smart. You guys, I'm looking for the camera. This is what I'm doing, so y'all bear with me. I know. Please stay with me, because it's supposed to be quick and concise and to the point. Okay. So I had a back injury. I had a really bad back injury, you guys. I had surgery in 2016. Up until 2016, I could barely walk. I was unable to stand for more than 10 minutes at a time. When he left, I had nothing. And again, I want to. I can't even think of the words to say how to communicate to you. My instincts just want you to tell you about what happened when he left and how I suffered. But I need to stick to the point about the legal aspect of how the state of California harmed me, so I can get justice and you don't get bored. I could have filed for spousal support when he left, but I didn't know. I didn't know. I was in a fog, struggling with depression. So again, it had been, I think, like 23 years. I had been in a 23-year abusive relationship with this man. And I will detail it as we go on, the abuse and how I suffered mentally and how it is documented through medical records and things. So I could have filed for spousal support, but I didn't know. I was in a fog, struggling with depression. I didn't have the capacity to deal with trauma. In 2018, I had to drive for rideshare. I was spending more on fuel than I was making. I was robbing Paul to pay Peter. In December of 2018, I was near rear-ended while driving for Lyft. I was forced to file for spousal support. I'm going to post verification of my spousal income on the website here. You'll see it. I'll put it in here. The judge didn't send I didn't write this right. The judge didn't provide spousal support. Judge Sarah Heidel, this judge right here, did not provide spousal support. On the website, I'm going to put the court documents where he documented his income, which wasn't fully his income, but on the documents, I think he made $14,000 a month. And this woman did not give me spousal support. Judge Sarah Heidel. In 2018, I had to drive for rideshare. I was spending more on fuel than I was making. I was robbing Paul to pay Peter. In December of 2018, I was rear-ended while driving for Lyft. I was forced to file for spousal support. So you guys, he left, and I was able to file for spousal support, but I didn't know it. I just was in a daze, you guys. So I'm going to post verification of my spousal income on Judge Sarah Heidel's racist.com. The judge didn't since provide spousal support. The transcripts have been falsified. Again, I'm going to try to provide a brief synopsis of what they did to me. Judge Sarah Heidel never ordered spousal support as outlined by the Family Code 4320. And in the YouTube description, I'm going to put a link to the California Family Code 4320. Under the Family Code 2030, I have a right to attorney fees. Each time I tried to file for attorney fees, Judge Sarah Heidel or Judge Lawrence Riff would take it off the calendar. Judge Lawrence Riff is the judge that ordered the no cash bail in Los Angeles. So you guys, if y'all been seeing like the looting when they run in the store and they run out, the reason why they're doing that is it's been an uptick of that because Judge Lawrence Riff ordered no cash bail. The court quietly moved him from supervising judge of the family court to, of all places, the civil rights department, the civil rights court. He is a corrupt judge. Through this series, we will do further investigation of Judge Lawrence Riff. If you know of any corruption, please please reach out to me at this email address right here. Do you see me 2019@gmail.com. So this is going to be an ongoing thing, and I'm asking you guys to help me participate and help me get justice. Something happened on May 3rd, 2019 that demonstrated that Judge Sarah Heidel showed extreme racial bias. I will provide the details when I document in chronological order. The court, you guys, I feel sick inside, and I'm so sorry. I want to look happy and be pleasant for you to see my face and want to engage with me, and I'm really trying hard, but this is what happens when I'm going off script. But why I'm pushing this is because I haven't been able to work through all of this. This is what has happened to me. They have harmed me and continue to harm me. And I'm a strong person. And because of all that I've gone through and how hard it's been for me, oh my God, we don't know what they're doing to other people. And that's what is scaring me. The short of it is, I attempted to file a motion to disqualify Judge Sarah Heidel for racial bias. And I'm going to put all the documents on Judge Sarah Heidel as a racist.com. The supervising clerk, Arturo Quintero, denied me the right to file the motion. Here's the video of him declining to file the motion. He threatened to call security on me. Heidel continues to violate my civil rights. She illegally deemed me vexatious to deprive me of self-help. When I tried to request for discovery, Judge Lawrence Riff ordered me removed from the courtroom without cause. So you guys, we're in court, and I was asking for it's called discovery, so I can I guess in a divorce. I don't know what goes on in a divorce because they kept on. I'm just gonna tell you, okay? So I'm gonna keep going. Judge Lawrence Riff ordered me removed from the court without cause. I'm going to put the transcripts in. In the transcripts, and this is what we're going to call everybody on the carpet, the people who do the transcripts, they are also a part to this. In the transcripts, it said a commotion that they put me out because I was making a commotion. I wasn't making a commotion. I was asking for discovery. I didn't have an attorney. I'm going to keep telling. I'm going to keep going, okay? Because what they did. They scheduled a trial without allowing me discovery or legal counsel. Take a look at this case of a white male who drug out his divorce for 5 years. Okay, so, because my God is good. I discovered this court case, and it was a divorce. And it was a white male who was just he was just giving his wife a hard time. And I'm going to put the name of the case here, down here somewhere, okay? And then there's going to be a link to the LA County Court, and you can go in and look at his case. And so I want you to do a compare and contrast. When doing the analysis, please compare and contrast how this white male was treated versus how I was treated. I want to remind you that my efforts are to get justice, to have these corrupt officers removed from the judicial system, to demonstrate that black people are not equal in California. As you know, there is a reparation task force in California. I believe it to be a political ploy to gain black votes for the Democratic Party, not having any real intention on repairing black people. I believe Judge Lawrence Riff is to be in bed with California Reparations Task Force. So I probably already told you about him doing the no catch bail. So you guys, that's all about me, okay? And as I explain chronologically and everything is unfolded, you're going to see that I'm telling you the truth, that I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything at all. I will provide proof in later videos. If you have any information regarding Judge Lawrence Riff and the Reparations Task Force, please email me or leave comments again. The email address is doyousee me2019@gmail. You guys, I need to make sure it's still recording, and it is, okay, because I'm on here. The court had a divorce hearing without my presence. Judge Bruce Iwasaki purposely ordered that I pay my husband. Okay, you guys, my husband makes over $200,000 a year. I haven't had a job since 2008. And Judge Bruce Iwasaki purposely ordered that I pay my spouse over my spouse hundreds of thousands of dollars. You will find the order and my response to the order here. So you guys, I'm going to put the order. See, they did okay, let me keep reading. Okay. The court entered the judgment during COVID. Okay. But you guys know we all were at home. I couldn't do anything. Okay. The judge, Sarah Heidel, ordered for, okay, so what they did was they entered the order. I wasn't in the court. They did the whole trial without me. Then they entered it during COVID, okay? Then I'm in my marital home. Judge Sarah Heidel ordered 4 sheriff deputies from the city of Industry to break in my home. I'm going to post it here. They broke down my back door and broke in my house at 8:30 at night, okay? And I'm going to tell this chronologically. If you are an attorney or have knowledge of the law, you know that there were no one supposed to knock in my door and knock down my back door. I got to stay focused, but I'm just giving you a synopsis of what happened. And I really want to go into detail, but I need to just stay focused. I believe she ordered the officers to put my son and I in the street during COVID. Heidel ordered the sheriffs to break in my home illegally, take possession of my home, to dispose of the evidence. I already had against the court. My son and I were in the street. We secured shelter at a low-budget hotel. Due to the unforeseen expenses, my son was unable to make his financial obligation. We needed shelter. This negatively influenced his credit score, my credit score, and my credit score was intentionally ruined by Judge Lawrence Riff. Judge Riff, Iwasaki, and Judge Heidel. I made several attempts to get back in my home during the peak of COVID via the appeals court. Justice and the supervising clerk are also a party to the anti-black hate crimes and discrimination. You guys, I want to tell you the detail, but this is a synopsis so you know what you're going to see. And I want to tell you all the shit that they did. And what's crazy is I got them on video. I got them on audio. I have undisputable evidence of what they did to me. And I'm still suffering. Okay. Last I checked, the justice and the supervising clerk retired. I made multiple attempts to receive justice. Please see my motion that was denied by the appeals court, who is a party to the anti-black hate crimes, fraud, and cover-up. I have zero income. I had zero income due to COVID and zero spousal support, in which I had a right to, based on the Family Code 2030. That might be the wrong code. Family Code 2030, I think, is for attorney fees. I'm going to put all the codes below, okay, and also on the website. Please understand, my intention is to demonstrate black people are not equal in the state of California. California is a no-fault community property state. I did nothing other than was born black, born a black woman. I endured an abusive marriage for over 20 years. My medical records that the court ignored will support my claims. I'm going to stop here and I'm going to start again. You guys, I need to get my breath. I'm sorry. This I struggle to breathe. And let me tell y'all before I continue, I am getting my ass kicked. And like, I'm in therapy, but part of the reason why it's probably hard for me, because I'm acknowledging that I'm getting my ass kicked. And so it creates more anxiety because I can't force myself to push forward. I feel sick. My stomach. Normally, you guys, I'm articulate. When you see me pause, that is a combination of I'm not sleeping, because I was in the bed bug infested hotel for over like almost 3 years, 2.5 years, since September of 2020. Since September 2020, and I think I left the hotel in August of 2023. Okay, I'm gonna stop you guys. I'm gonna go into the next one. Okay, y'all, give me a minute. You guys, I'm almost done, but I made myself some notes, so let me say this to you. Before I move on, you might be seeing this on YouTube, or you're going to see it on the website. I don't care what your nationality is. I was harmed because I'm black. But these were judicial officers who are charged to uphold the Constitution, legislation, codes. And these are judges. And I need you to understand all that they did to me. I didn't do anything. Please follow my journey. I tend to babble. But that's why I'm writing this out. I am begging you to follow every video, because I want you to see what they did to me. They did this to me, and I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything at all. I'm sorry. That's why it's so important that you help me and you tell my story. Judge Lawrence Riff is a civil rights judge now. Judge Heidel is in a capacity in the family court harming black people today. I don't know what Judge Iwasaki is. I think he's in Department 51, but I'm going to find him. There are other judges. I haven't looked on the court website to see what they've done to me. The last time I looked, in September, I think, of 2022, they ordered that man another like $35,000 that I pay him. What they're trying to do is ruin me, so I can't get help. So I can't get legal assistance. But I serve a good God. I serve a good God. Again, I am begging anyone who's watching this to donate to my GoFundMe, which is for legal fees, and whatever GoFundMe monies I receive, I will document and tell you, because this is not a money grab. This is about justice, and this is about discrimination. Just a second, this is my son. Sorry about that. That was my son getting salad mix for me. We want to make sure he gets the right one. So You guys, my heart is racing. Like literally racing. And I want to show you. It's saying 100 beats per minute. It's not going to show. I want y'all to see. It's taking a minute, and below it says 100 beats per minute. Well, no, it's at 84. 100 beats per minute. Oh, look. I want you guys to see. Do you see this? Wait a minute. Can you see this? That's what's going on in my body. That's what's happening in my body. Okay? Y'all see me just sitting here. It is 100 and it's 111. I want you guys to see. This is what's happening to my body. This is what's happening to me. I think my resting heart rate is like 65. This is the fear that I experience every day of my life because these people harm me because my skin is black. I want you to see this is what's happening to me, and this is what they do to black people every day in the state of California. Let's try to think again. Let me finish reading this, you guys. I'm sorry. Look, it's 121. And you guys, I'm sorry, but I get mad because I don't have control of this. This is me. Okay, so I'm not gonna go off script too bad, but I'm listening to a book called The Body Keeps Score. And the reason why I'm doing that is because you guys, I'm really very rational person. My moon sign is Gemini. Y'all know that, but that's air. So I'm very I am imaginative, and I'm like a dreamer. I'm right in brain. I'm right and left brain equivalent. Maybe more imaginative, but I do think analytically. And how I can go through this or come through this is I need to understand what's happening to my body. I need to understand why I've been in a dark room for 2 or 3 years and I don't want to come out. I need to understand what's happening to me. So I'm reading this book. I'm listening to it. Library. I got this from the library. This is so awesome.
Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma by Bessel van der Kolk, MD. Summary by Book Avenue.
And so it's explaining what's happening to me and what I want you to know and understand. That this is happening to people in this country every day. And non-black people, I know it's happening to you because this country is corrupt. Judge Lawrence Riff harms people. And I think that we're going to investigate it. I want you guys to please donate to my GoFundMe. Please share the story. I'm going to try to get an investigator. We're going to get to the bottom of this. The man that I married, he works in he's worked in the past 20, 30 years. He worked in the foster care system for at-risk kids or kids who've been harmed. Okay, I think it's a law firm that represents agencies. They aren't a Judge Lawrence Riff. Okay. He also belongs to the Beverly Hills Bar Association. And the reason why I'm saying that is that when he harms people, they did it to me because I'm black. Judge Lawrence Riff was only harming me because Judge Sarah Heidel is a racist. And she created and she started this. And he supported her. And I need you to understand it's because I'm black. I didn't do anything. If you follow along, when I go through the chronological order, beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's going to demonstrate that they did this to me because I was married to a white wealthy man. I didn't do anything. Nothing. So, if these people are barbaric enough to harm me and steal from me when I didn't do anything, but was born black, America, I need you to know that they'll do it to other people. Judge Lawrence Riff had lawsuits. You know what, you guys? Girl, what is your name, sweetie? I love you. Okay, you guys, I want you to. I texted her and she hasn't responded. Her name is Dahlia. Dahlia, I'm gonna put your case number. She got two case numbers. She's got one for abuse and her legal case number. Judge Lawrence Riff and other judges at the Stanley Moss Court did horrible things to her. They would do the same shit. Like what they would do, they would we would file or something, and then the court would be dark, or they would have hearings on the ex parte without us being there. You guys, I'm going to demonstrate this, and I don't know where Dahlia is. Dahlia hasn't responded to me in so long. She's a Jewish woman who's like, you guys, I'll put it on here. She hasn't responded to me since November 3rd of 2022. She said, I'm here. I'm out here, out of the country. She might be in Israel. She's Jewish. All she wanted was a Jewish divorce. She was so nice when she knew I was homeless. She was like, you could come live with me. She found my videos. So what I'm saying is, this happened to me because I'm black. But the man is corrupt. He's not ethical. And if he's going to do this to me, I didn't do anything. Even if you're not black, like it's other people that I talk to, white men. And they be like, oh, they're like, oh, it's not just race. Because I think that it's like a clique. I think it's certain attorneys in Beverly Hills, I'm not saying it right, guys. I'm so sorry. Beverly Hills, Bar Association. We're going to investigate. That's why, especially if you're in California, you went through the family court, please share this. When people do bad things, the truth comes out, you guys. And so this happened to me because I was married to a white man. But they're not just doing this to black people. Look what they did to Britney Spears. It's corruption. And I don't know how old you are. Like if you're like in your late 40s or 50s, you realize this country has become so corrupt. It's always been like, some, unfair stuff and corruption, some favoritism and things. But this guy who's a legal expert, and he found, like, I was Googling trying to find where this judge was, Judge Lawrence Riff, and I found this post. This man posted about my case. And he and I talked, and he was like, they don't even care anymore. Like they doing harm and they don't even care. So if you're in the state of California, I'm going to ask you to please call Gavin Newsom, write Gavin Newsom a letter. Write a letter to I think it's Rob Benito. He's I think he's over the Department of Justice. I'm on a tangent now. I'm gonna start putting together some stuff where you guys can help me. I do need help with the GoFundMe, and I also need I need my story shared. So please share this. So let me Dahlia, if you see this, sweetie, I haven't forgot about you, and I pray that you're okay. You guys, she was like 62 or 65. She was older, and she didn't have anybody. Her daughters turned on her. She didn't have anyone, and this was a Jewish woman, and some Jewish people are very religious. Okay, so she was in her religion, Judaism, and they were doing horrible things to her, you guys. They were doing terrible stuff to her, just like they're doing to me. I'm probably going to put her case number. I think I have it on my phone somewhere. She had two case numbers. She had a case number for abuse. Her husband was abusive. And I think that her husband's lawyer, apparently, Judge Lawrence Riff is a hoe. Okay? This is different stuff. If you go to the robing room, people talk about him. And so what I think is Judge Lawrence Riff is having relationships. He was having relationships with lawyers and attorneys. And You guys, I was married for over 23 years. I can count my sex partners on one hand. My husband was number 4. I've been with one person since the divorce, since my husband and I separated. So the casual sex is not familiar for me. But I know in this day and age, people have casual sex. If you work in any industry, medical, whatever, people, like, they have relations, okay? When I first researched Judge Lawrence Riff, someone was saying that he was being disrespectful in court, that he kind of tried to flirt or hit on her in the court. This was my first time finding out when I researched him, okay? In the robing room, it made reference that he had a relationship with Weinstein. I can't remember the guy's name. What's his name? Harvey Weinstein. I'll link down here the robing room. Okay, so this judge has a history of abuse. And Dahlia sent me some cases that they filed against the court. And so what happens with judges, they have like immunity unless they did something extraordinary, okay? But if you see continual claims against them, then then where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't know who he reports to. You guys, they keep changing it. I need to stop going on. I'm going on too much. Let me finish reading this, you guys. As a result of them illegally taking possession of my home, more stuff happened, you guys. My son and I lived in a choice hotel for over 2.5 years, where again I was met with racism and discrimination. This hotel was infested with bed bugs. I'm going to put up here, this is so embarrassing, you guys, the bed bug bites that I endured, okay, for years. And the people at the hotel didn't care. It was because I was black. And I'm going to go into that in detail when I go ahead and detail everything in the chronological order. I tried my best to befriend these people in this hotel, but they abused me. Someone broke in my home. Someone broke in my car, stealing checks that they used to pay their phone bill and insurance. You guys, the depression kept getting worse and worse. I go up and down with my weight. And I was eating really clean, and I was exercising, and I was working out. I remember because I went walking that morning to go get some like fruit or something, like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. The next day I discovered that someone had broken my car, okay? And where my car was located was on camera, okay? Someone broke in my car, stealing checks that they used to pay their phone bill and insurance. The person's name that showed on my online banking was the same name of one of the employees. The photos were taken over these photos were taken. Oh, I'm showing you, this is when me putting in. I'm so embarrassed by these photos, you guys, but I got to show you how I was living. And if you know it, and I was living with infestation of bed bugs because these people didn't care because I was black. They stole over okay, so the person's name that showed, so someone broke in my car, stole stuff out of my car. And you guys, I had purses, expensive purses. I collect designer bags, okay? I had like a Dolce & Gabbana bag that was worth like $8,000. I got it on sale for $8,000. It's the same bag that Beyonce carried, okay? Some others like cheaper bags like Coach, and they were like sentimental. Tory Burch, they stole everything out of my car. Because what happened, this is what you guys, I know I'm getting into detail, but I want you guys to know what happened. There were horrible bed bugs in my room, and I couldn't sleep. My son would buy another room for me to get me out of the bed bug infested room. They purposely, I'm going to demonstrate this when I go chronologically. They purposely left me and my son in this room. They knew it was bed bugs. It gets worse. I need to just stay focused. So what I would do, my son would pay for another room so I could sleep. So now we're going, okay, then the staff would wrongly, they would bill my card erroneously, like extra, okay? And they would do it on purpose. I'm gonna put the Yelp review in here too about this hotel, okay? So I got upset one day so bad. We're in this room, right? So what I did was my stuff was in the room, so the room had a lot of stuff in it. So what I did was I put all my stuff in this big suitcase, and the suitcase was near and dear to me because this was a big suitcase that I got with my daughter's best friend's mom, who has since died of cancer. And me and her were talking, we bought this suitcase. It was a big suitcase. I've been on many vacations with the suitcase. So the suitcase was old, but it was sentimental. But I put all my stuff from the room, a lot of stuff in the suitcase. So it made more room in the room that we were sharing with. It was a roomy hotel, okay? But I did that because I got sick of them billing my card wrong. So I was trying to make room in the hotel room. So I put all this stuff in my trunk. They broke in my car. I had old checks that I was saving for the divorce to demonstrate the income and transactions. And I didn't know they could do this. They stole the checks. They stole everything out of my car. Months later, because it was a checking account in Wells Fargo that me and my husband, I don't have any money, so it's not an account that I really use. Okay. There was some money in there, but it wasn't my regular checking account, okay? I used to work for Wells Fargo, so it was an older account, okay? But it did have money in it, okay? But I wasn't using the money. I wasn't using this account often. So someone broke in my car. I'm reading this again, you guys. Someone broke in my car, stealing the checks that they used to pay their phone bill and their insurance. They paid their Boost Mobile and their car insurance with the checks. So I didn't know you could do this. You could take the routing number and pay, I guess, I don't know how to do it, but some way you can pay with the routing number. The person's name, so it goes on your check. When you do something, the transaction shows up on your checking account. This, I discovered this like 60 days after they did it because I didn't use his checking account. Okay? The person's name that showed on the online banking was the same name of one of the people in the employees. I'm gonna when I do this when I go chronologically do everything, I'm gonna put the evidence. They stole over $2,000 out of my account. I will post the evidence on www.judgesarahheidelseracist.com. You guys, I've been really fucking traumatized, okay? I couldn't sleep for years being in this bed bug infested hotel. That's my son. Being in this bed bug bus. Hey, when you come up, will you close the door? My door right here, please. Sure. Close the door, please. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't sleep for years. You guys, I'm out of order here, but it says I wrote this down, so let me finish. See, okay, so somewhere I'm going to show you the bed bugs. Okay, so I'm embarrassed to let you see this, but it was making me crazy. In 2021, my son was sleeping in his car because the hotel was infested with bed bugs. And I know you're saying, well, why didn't you leave? Because they ruined our credit. I'm still homeless. I'm in an Airbnb. Because I left the hotel. I'm not going to tell you why. You guys, this shit is like a lifetime movie of all the stuff that happened to me. Pardon my French. Okay, see the bed bug bites. These photos were taken over the course of 2 years. I called the health department. And you guys, this is California. I called the health department. And again, I was met with racial discrimination and anti-black behavior by the Los Angeles Health Department. You guys, what you're going to see, I know I need to stay focused, you guys, right? what you're going to see, because I have evidence, undisputable evidence. I have the health department inspector. She left me a voicemail lying. Okay? They're in bed with the hotel. Oh, they don't care because I'm black. One of the representatives who works for the health department sent me an email lying. Understand what I'm saying, you guys? I was in this hotel with bed bugs for years, and there was nothing I can do. They gave us a reasonable rate. So what happened during COVID, they gave us a set monthly rate, like a weekly rate. And the reason why they did that, because they didn't have anyone in the hotel because it was COVID. Okay? The bugs came immediately. They moved us. You guys, I shouldn't go too much into this. You're gonna learn about it as I go on. So I want some stuff that I made notes of before I go. This has been 40 minutes, and you guys, I'm gonna try my best to make this video less than 20-25 minutes each video. Just a moment. I gotta stop because I made notes for myself to tell y'all something, and I don't see it here. Just a moment. You guys, I'm sorry. Okay, so I need to wrap this up. I'm sorry. Because I'm witnessing what's happening to me, you guys. And then you go be like, people are like, why you? I'm a New Yorker. And we laugh. I think this is a New York thing that we kind of laugh when we're uncomfortable. Because people are like, why are you laughing? And I am really very silly. But I'm annoyed with myself because I made myself a damn note on top of this. And then I just saved it on a different device and it replaced the old one. And so what happens, you guys, this is why it's important that you guys help me, okay? Is I'm suffering mentally, cognitively. I forget what I'm saying mid-sentence. Part of this, you guys, I don't know if I told you that I got rear-ended. I'm sorry. All these things are racing through my mind, and I apologize. I sound like a complete idiot, don't I? I know. I'm frustrated right now because I made myself 2 notes to tell y'all, and I accidentally erased them. And I don't remember what it is. I need you guys to help me, because this is not only happening to me. You know, downtown, I'm in Los Angeles, they have like all these homeless people. And I'm a Cancer, so I'm very empathetic, and I'm very intuitive and empathic. And I've observed homeless people downtown, and I look at them in their face. And multiple times, on multiple occasions, I saw very attractive people, where their hair was ragged and their clothes were ragged. But I look at the person, and I look at them, and I think, what happened? What happened? That was my son who just went by. But for my son, I would probably be that person. They put me in the street during COVID. They had the City of Industry Sheriff Department break down my back door and come in my home and put me in the street out of my house. Then they sold my home illegally. And the most important thing I want you to follow along is because I want you to see that I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything but stick by this abusive alcoholic for 20 years. I raised 2 amazing kids. My daughter just texted me that in the company that she worked for, she's at a convention in Colorado. She just texted me that her store is #1. That's my son who just walked by me. And he's been taking care of me. This white male abusive alcoholic who was raised wealthy, who makes well over $200,000, abandoned me, stole my home, put my things in storage. Oh, that's the part that I didn't tell y'all. That's it right there. I didn't tell y'all this. That's one of the things that never came to me. So they put me in the street. My house is 3,000 square feet. I had a wine cellar. I collected down the bags. I had tons of stuff in my life. I'm a pack rat. I had my kids stuff since they were little. You know, the little ceramic thing with the hands. You guys, I keep the balloons that my kids give me. I fold them up. They took everything out of my home and gave it to this place. What is it called? See how I go long. I go blank. Box and Go. I have not seen the things, the content from my 3,000 square foot home since 2020. They gave my stuff to the storage company. And now they're trying to extort me for $3,000. I finally had the nerve to go and I never saw the storage. I had no reason. I couldn't take the storage. I was in a hotel. If I would have went and sold my stuff, it would have broken my heart. I couldn't do anything. So I never even went to the storage. I'm not going to get too deep in this, okay? The storage company now is trying to extort me for $3,000. You guys, I emailed them. Everything's going to be on here. You know what? It's a lot. So what I got to do, I got to get finished. This video is almost an hour. I promise you guys that I'm going to, it's really hard, you guys, and I know I'm going off the script. Moving forward, the next 4 future videos is just going to be me describing to you what happened in court and how the court harmed me, how the court didn't file California code, how the sheriff's department, how the judges, how the people who do the transcripts are doctored. I can't think of the name of the people. The department's called professional responsibility, people who police the judges. Now we have the California Reparations Task Force that are party to this. The health department. Yeah, you guys, I know I need to wrap this up because I please follow along. Please follow the future videos. Judge Sarah Heidel's Erasers, where I'm going to upload and document. I'm going to put the documents because everything I'm saying I can prove to you. I'm sorry if I'm beating a dead horse and I'm saying it over and over again, because what I just want you to understand, that they're harming black people. Just because we're born black. And because California is a no-fault community property state, I want to hold them accountable. And I want to set precedents. This was a marriage between a white male, abusive alcoholic, and a black woman. And I want to set precedents that this is government-sanctioned anti-black hate crimes, fraud, and a cover-up. this is probably one of the things I want to say. One of the most important things you're going to see, you guys. I have everything because I videotape. I got people audio. I audio tape them. Now I filed the police report to Torrance Police for the people, Torrance Police Department for the people who stole my stuff. The boxing go or boxing ship. I think it's boxing go. The sheriff department, the Torrance Sheriff's Department, is trying to send the case to City of Industry who broke in my apartment, broke in my home. I got the Torrance Police Department on audio video while I'm recording them talking to me crazy. Okay? I'm going to take you on this journey. And the main thing I want you to know is, see, I didn't do anything. I raised 2 outstanding black children. My daughter's biracial. Outstanding. My kids are outstanding, both of them. Sometimes you have kids and one like go astray or mess up, do drugs or be out. Both my kids are outstanding. And to the white guy, he worked. I stopped working. I started working in 2008, so I was able to be a housewife. So I was home with my children. I used to pick my son up from school when he was in college. I used to come home with my daughter and do her homework. To the white guy who worked. He worked, you guys. He's a workaholic. It allowed me to be a housewife. And I raised outstanding children. All I'm expecting is what California legislation in the state of California said I'm allowed. For me to live at a specific lifestyle. You guys, I'm going to put the order. The judge just... You guys, this happened in 2020. I just finished reading the order about 3 weeks ago. It took me, you guys, I'm rambling again. When I found out they kept on, they were having court cases without me being there. I wasn't there because they put me in the street, so they had no way of subpoenaing me or making me aware that they were having these hearings. And that's illegal. They were having hearings without me being available. And so when I got a little stronger, each time I would try to work on this, I would read or see something that hurt me. And when it would happen, you guys, I would spiral into these really, really dark places. I'm embarrassed to say that how it harmed me. But the most important thing that I need you to understand is this is how the body and the brain works. My therapist, she used to get so annoyed with me because I used to be mad at myself. And she would say, "You're depressed. You're depressed. It's depression." And many strong people, you're not going to even get it. You're not going to understand. You're going to say, "Why didn't you get out of bed? Why didn't you just get up and go and take care of this?" Because I didn't have the ability. I couldn't. And I'm still struggling. I'm not in that bed bug infested hotel. Part of the reason why I couldn't sleep. You guys, I know I'm on a tangent, but I've been taking Ambien for over a year and a half, probably almost 2 years now, because the bugs would attack me, and the only way I could sleep if I would take the Ambien. And then the staff, like the clerks, the people, some of the staff were my friends. And in the morning, they would be like, "You know what you did last night? You know you came out here and you ate some cheese doodles." You guys, I was losing my fucking mind. And I petitioned the appellate court. I petitioned everybody. And this is what I know that they do intentionally. They know that if they keep on declining me and making it hard for me that eventually I'm going to give up. But it's not who I am. I've thought about this, let go and just move on with my life. But I will never forgive myself. I'm going to tell you guys one more story. My cousin, she got attacked by a police officer. He threw her to the ground because he thought she was a guy. He threw her to the ground and tased her. She said she defecated on herself. She told me the story. Years later, she was crying when she told me. Officers asked her, we'll help you, we'll support you if you file a complaint against them. She couldn't. And so what I need you to understand, this man threw my cousin on the ground, a police officer, tased her wrongly. And she didn't have the energy, the strength to prosecute him. So how many other people has he done this to? This is why I can't walk away. Because this will plague me every night of my life. It would be worse for me than continuing. Conscious me knows that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Conscious me, the person before all this happened, knows if I stay steadfast, if I ask for help, because people are going to help me. They're good people in the world who are just like me. I just got to go out here and reach out to enough people. They're going to help me. And we're going to create change. We're going to get rid of these horrible judges. I believe there needs to be a restructure. And some of you guys might be like, oh, you can, it's going to be hard, da, 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 da. I know. You got people who think like that. I'm not one of those people. Yeah, this is way too long. Anyway, I think this is the first video. I think I got one before this, but this is the first video. As California commits anti-black hate crimes. Share. My GoFundMe's below. You guys, if you just get $5, if you just share this video, please help me get justice. And even if you're not black, you're human. And if you follow my story, you're going to see it. I didn't do anything but support this abusive alcoholic husband his entire life. I'm going to document the letters that he sent. He sent me in 1993 apologizing for his abuse to me. Yeah, I'll go on my tangent. It's time to quit. Anyway, thank you for listening. You might be seeing this on the website or the YouTube video. Also, I do have other series. I've got a series called Reunite Sandy Speaks. If you know about Sandy's Sandy, oh my God, I go blank. Sandra Bland, who was murdered in a Texas jail cell. And I also have critical thinking with the 20th key, so we can start thinking critically about being in this country. I'm gonna do a video. I'm not gonna tell you what the video is. I'm gonna let you link it below and let you see. But thank you for joining. If you listened this long, thank you so much. I'm looking at the time. This is taking way too long. Okay, now I don't. Oh my goodness, what's happening? I don't know where it's at. Bye, you guys. I'm having some issues because I'm sorry.